It's hard to watch Emma Gonzalez's speech post-Parkland school shooting and not feel that something special is happening.
If all our government and president can do is send thoughts and prayers, then it's time for victims to be the change that we need to see. We are going to be the kids that you read about in textbooks. Not because we are going to be another statistic about mass shootings in America, but because, just as David said, we are going to be the last mass shooting.
There's been consistent attention on this issue like none other. Virginia Tech, Columbine, and Sandy Hook were giant social outcries, but nothing came from them. After Sandy Hook, it seemed like nothing would ever happen. White children were murdered and Congress still failed to act. But this feels different. There is still so much attention on this subject, and these kids specifically, because of what they are doing. With walkouts scheduled, marches planned, and pressure put on politicians, could something actually change? When talking about gun control and gun laws, there are many ideas thrown around on how to prevent this from happening again. Far-left liberals will claim all guns should be made illegal, often referencing Australia's lack of mass shooting after they had one of the deadliest shootings in history. And hardcore conservatives will shout at all these people saying, "Guns don't kill people, people kill people. It's my constitutional right to have my guns. Don't you dare try to take them from me." So we can't take away all guns, but we also can't do nothing. So what should we do as a country? Well, the first logical step to take is to become educated on the matter. The thing that's missing from these dumb Facebook posts that are shared by your liberal peers and conservative uncles is that there's no real research behind any of them. Should we ban all assault rifles? Should we arm our teachers? Should we focus mainly on mental health? We don't have studies that can prove anything one way or the other. Why? Because of the Dickey Amendment. What is the Dickey Amendment, you ask? And why is it named so silly? The 1996 Dickey Amendment was named after its author J. Dickey, a Republican representative from Arkansas. The amendment was introduced after lobbying by the NRA and mandated that, quote, "None of the funds made available for injury prevention and control at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, may be used to advocate or promote gun control." So although the wording doesn't technically prevent the CDC from conducting studies on the subject itself, it doesn't allow government funding for such studies. And the CDC doesn't have the resources to conduct the necessary studies without funding from the government. It is very important that Congress remove the Dickey Amendment, for it's the only way we will have actual answers to our hypothesis. Should we arm teachers? Should we ban all guns? Would making guns harder to get make it so only criminals have guns? Probably not. But this issue is way bigger than our individual common sense. We all should stand with the American Psychology Association, Doctors of America, the College of Preventative Medicine, American Academy of Pediatrics, and J. Dickey himself in being against the Dickey Amendment. That's right, J. Dick himself says he regrets his role in stopping the CDC from researching gun violence. I have my political leanings, but this shouldn't be a partisan issue. If your argument fails because of evidence against it, then it was a shitty argument. So how do we get this amendment removed so we can actually come up with solutions? If you haven't seen Emma Gonzalez's speech yet, check out the whole thing. I wholeheartedly recommend it. But I'll leave you with how she ended her speech.